We're live. What's up, everybody? If anybody's out there, wait till everybody gets in here. If anybody comes, they might not want to talk to Red.
Right. Well, we'll see if anybody pops in anyways. So what are you doing today anyways?
Just relaxing.
Yeah.
Yeah, ain't much to do. Too muddy to do something here.
Right.
Too much rain. Places is flooded and still. The creeks is up, lakes up, rivers up.
Right. Just we got one. We got somebody lurking.
What's up, Full Push?
What's up, Full Push? What's going on, brother? If you can, share it out. You got America.
Hey, America.
What's up, America? How you doing? If you guys can, share it out. You on the road still, America? Yes, sir. Cool.
Probably driving still. Yeah. I got it on the StreamYards. It's slower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So says we got 5 people in chat. I mean, I know I'm one of them.
I don't know if the StreamYards part shows up or not.
No, just the YouTube, I think. I'm not sure though. Been out a month. Dang. Bet you're gonna be happy being home, bro. So Shane, shall we kick this off, or should we wait till more people come in, or what?
We'll wait a little bit, see what happens. If anybody else comes in.
Yeah, I'm working on a piece, America. Always sitting here waiting for people to come in. I'm always working, man. Always. I'm working on the third piece to the set to the Egyptian series. Yeah. Why is it like really loud?
It ain't too loud, but you can hear it.
Yeah. Is it annoying though? Because if it is, I'll stop.
No, it ain't too bad.
I think the reason why like it takes a while for people to come in, man, because you haven't streamed in a while, bro.
Yeah, I know.
You know. But hopefully you doing these interviews, maybe that'll start getting more people over here, you know? Says we got 5 in the chat. you guys can share it out for Shane, we'd appreciate it. Guess I don't really gotta be nervous, do I? I know a lot of people here.
I'm not right now, you know. I mean, ain't nothing to be nervous about anyway. You're just talking.
I know. I know. Yeah, work full push.
Ain't no telling what full push is on.
Yeah. I don't know, bro. Let's just do it. People come in, they come in. They don't, they don't. You know. I mean, us sitting here quietly ain't really
Yeah, I
doing
know.
much. Huh?
Yeah, I know. How'd you find about all this on YouTube?
The stacking community. So basically, I used to do investments in stocks and whatnot, and I ended up losing some money in stocks. And my wife, she she came to me and basically wanted to know different ways we could save and add to our portfolio. Um, so basically, I was looking up, you know, things on how to invest and stuff like that on YouTube, and I came by the stacking community and figured what better way after watching a few videos, getting some information, stuff like that. I figured, you know, what better way to stack precious metals? You know, I mean, that way, you know, we got it on hand, and if we did need to sell, you know, we could sell right away to get money, right? And then, yeah. So that's pretty much how I got in the stocking community, really.
Yeah. What about
Yeah.
the foreign community?
Huh?
How'd you get in the foreign community?
So I mean, I've been stocking for I was stocking for about a year, and I was just stocking bullion and stuff, and it just kind of got really boring, stacking the same thing over and over. So I started buying poured silver from a lot of pourers from like the Metals Mafia and stuff like that, and got involved with them and their group, and then I started pouring my own art and stuff, just to kind of add some uniqueness to my stack, you know. Um, that's pretty much how I got into it, though. I mean, you know, like watching, you know, I was buying some stuff from Manahuni and the Bear and the Vulcans and stuff like that, and the stuff they were making was pretty cool stuff, and you know, so I figured why not give it a try. I mean, I've been wood carving and stuff for 20 plus years, so I figured I'd give my hand a go at it, and I've been doing it for 5 years now. So yeah. Yep.
What about the scrapping community on here?
The scrapping community. Well, I mean, I've been scrapping pretty near all my life, really. Um, you know, and I mean, I've probably been involved with the scrapping community a lot longer than I have the pouring community or the stacking community. Um, but I didn't start making videos until just recently, probably a few years. Um, And I mean, most of that's how I pay for my stack and my pouring and all that and all my equipment, right? Is I basically scrap metal and take that money and put it into precious metals. Um, that's kind of how I've been doing it for the last, 6 years now. So, I mean, it's worked out this far. So, yeah. What's going on, Bigfoot?
So what really did get you to want to start pouring except wanting different things?
I think just the sheer art factor of it, like, I mean, like I've always been big into art, and I mean, a lot of guys were, pouring graphite and stuff like that. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but I find with graphite, there's just a lot of generic stuff out there. And, so I kind of wanted to go into the sand casting part of it. And this is just my opinion, but I mean, in my opinion, the sand casting, it's what really brings the true art factor out and things. Like for example, I mean, here's one of my pieces here. So I mean, like you cannot get that in graphite, and like I said, just for the sheer factor of the art and the detail, and there's just so many different things to learn. Doing sand casting, you know. Um, so that's my main thing, It's just making art. I've always made art, so this has just been kind of another, I guess, adventure.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what got me into it. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Graphite is generic. And don't get me wrong, like you can get some art bars with graphic or with graphite and stuff. Don't get me wrong. I'm not putting anybody down that pours graphite by all means. Um, I mean it is still art, if you're after the pour lines and the ripples and all that stuff, but there's I don't find there's much of a skill that's needed, for that. Um, maybe as far as your polishing, maybe, but I mean, as far as pouring it and creating something unique, I don't think there's much of an art form to it. Where, with sand casting, I mean, you got to catch, all the details and whatnot in the pieces. And that's what the sand casting, in my opinion, brings out. That's the true art. You know, um, and I mean, you got guys that do lost wax and stuff like that, but I don't know. To me, sand casting has been around for hundreds and if not thousands of years. They used to make pots and pans and stuff. Sand casting and stuff. Um, so I mean, it's the oldest way to cast. So, and it's the best way to get the detail, in my opinion.
Who's helped you along the most? Taught you some stuff going along?
So, I mean, I've got taught from quite a few people, a lot of older pourers like the Colonel, K4 Mint, God rest his soul. I've been taught by Silver Vessel. He was actually the one person who actually helped me get the supplies I needed because I had such a hard time getting everything into Canada with the shipping and everything. I mean, it was just outrageous. So Silver Vessel was nice enough to put a whipping dish kit together with some sand and whatnot. Really helped me get going. Got me the torch head and stuff. Obviously, I sent him the money and everything and paid for shipping with him. It was a lot cheaper that way. So I mean, without him, I probably wouldn't have started when I started. And then I've learned from Mr. and Mrs. Vulcan, Scully's Corner. But I gotta say the biggest person or the most experienced artist that I've learned from the most is Manny Hooney Stacker. I mean, he's taught me so many different things as far as the polishing goes, as far as the different types of ways to pour, different ways to vent. Just a lot of awesome stuff. And I mean, my work wouldn't have graduated to the levels it has if it wasn't for him and the way he's helped me. So I owe a lot to him. But like I said, I mean, there's a lot of people I've learned from, like Tomoko, a lot of the older guys, um, so yeah.
Why did you end up starting Redneck Metals?
So I used to be a part of a group called Metals Mafia. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of great people that's a part of Metals Mafia, a lot of talented pourers. But, it just seemed like it was dying down. And, there was a lot of negativity, and I just didn't want to be around all the negativity so much. So that's why I figured, to create a group where it's not just silver pours, to create a group where, we have coin community people, prospecting, small engines, just people from all over, right? Different communities, and to kind of bring them all together. And that was kind of my goal, to just kind of tie all the communities into one, and kind of show people that it can be done, that the coin community can get along with the pouring community and other communities, and so that's kind of why I created it, and also to bring new pourers on. Like, I mean, Full Push was just starting at the time. SHTF was just starting at the time. John Wolf, Twisted R, a few other people, and I just wanted to get their work seen by the community and by the pouring community, and get their work out there, and and really show off their skills and their talents, and maybe even help them. And along the way, I learned stuff in the process too. It's a great thing that we've built. We all help each other, and we all learn from each other. And that's kind of what Redneck Metals is. It's just a big group and a big family. And yeah. Thanks, King and Queen.
Hey, King and Queen, how you, Ronnie?
Yeah, I don't mind giving advice. Like America says here, Red has given all of the cooters advice and encouragement. Much thanks, Red. Yeah, no worries, America. Like, that's the thing, like when I first started out pouring, I found I had a lot of trouble in that area, because I'd go to certain people, and I'd be like, yo, I need some help. And they'd be like, well, figure it out on your own. They didn't want to teach me their tricks. They didn't want to show me how to do a whole lot. Besides the people that I named off, they've helped me quite a bit along my path, and still till today. I mean, I'm still learning. You learn every day, but that's why I don't mind giving people advice, and maybe showing people how to do things and whatnot. Because I had such a hard time when I first started. And I just hate to see newer people, with talent and skill struggle so hard the way I did. So, that's kind of why I created the group, is so people don't have to struggle,
A lot of groups don't want afraid you go take their business and all that when you first started too, when you did.
Oh yeah,
They're worried
100%.
about all that instead of helping people out, like helping everybody in the coin community learn about coins and everything else. But
a
Some
hundred
people just
percent.
ain't like it.
100%, and I see that all the time. People are, you know, um, well, I don't want to show you this, I don't want to show you that because I don't want you to take away my clientele and stuff like that. But the way I see it is, like I'll help anybody out that needs help. By all means, you don't have to be a part of Redneck Metals. You could just be pouring by yourself. We'll still help you out because the way I see it is, there could be 1,000 different pourers out there. Why not give that variety to people? I mean, these people work hard for their money. You know, um, the nurses and doctors and truck drivers and contractors and whatever. They work hard for their money. Why not give them a quality piece that they're looking for? And you know, not limit them, and that's the way I see it, and when it comes down to it, it's like it's quality, right? And that's I can't say that enough, man. Is when it comes to sand casting, it should be quality over quantity, you know, and that's the big thing, man. Because when people look at Port Silver, they want the best of the best. They want your best, you know, and they just don't want some generic piece slapped together and out the door it goes. I mean, they're paying good money for it, Um, so yeah, I mean, what's Full Push saying here? I bet $1 if we gave more 2-year-olds casting and sand to play with instead of sand casting, instead of sand sand pit, we would all be better molding. Oh, 100%. 100%. What's going on, King and Queen? But yeah,
A lot of people in the going community, a lot of times when it first started, pourers started going in, don't understand why the pourers are so much more expensive than the coins are.
well, and that's the thing, right? Like, so this is my opinion on the premiums. You got people out there that'll spend, let's say, $300 on a Morgan, okay, and they act like it's the last Morgan out there, even though there's 50,000 of them out there. Where you buy a piece like, say, like this, and like I'll tell you, I'm not gonna make 50,000 of these. There's no way. I mean, I don't run a factory. Um, they'll be lucky if there's 5 of these. And that's kind of where the premium comes because I mean, there's a lot of work that goes into this piece. You're not just pouring it and throwing it out the door, right? You got to pour it, you got to file it, sand it, polish it, tumble it, and then continue on from there. Like it's, and a lot of supplies and a lot of money goes into this. I mean, you got your price of your furnace, your crucibles, even the little things add up, like the sandpaper, all the polishing equipment, the Dremel bits, all that stuff. It all adds up. I mean, just in supplies alone each month, I'm probably burning through about $1,000 a month just in supplies. So you got to make that cost back. That's just the cost of making art. You know, um, like I made this piece here. I think this is pretty cool. Um, but yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I could have poured this, had the flashing, whatever, shipped it out the door cheap, but nobody wants that. People want quality, and that's where the premium comes in because, when you're spending 6 to 8 to sometimes 12 hours on a piece, you're obviously going to have to make something for your time and your supplies. You can't do it for free, you know.
No, but there was
No,
a lot of people who used to argue about it all the time.
yeah. Oh, all the time to do. Even now, like I get emails all the time saying, "Man, how can you charge $50 an ounce?" You know, when an ounce of silver is only $30, and it's like, okay, well, go buy bullion then. That shit gets made by a factory. They make 1 million of those a day. Go buy that if that's what you want. You know, I mean, I'm not making bullion. I'm making investment art is what it is. Yeah, right now you're paying $50 an ounce for it, but but at the same time, if silver does go up, great. You recap that premium. If it doesn't go up, well, you're buying a piece because you want it. Because you enjoy that piece. Like I tell people all the time, if you're buying poured silver to stack it for weight purposes, you're an idiot. You know, I mean, straight out bluntly. You know, but
Yeah,
I mean, if you're buying poured silver because you like the art aspect of it, then that's what it's about. You want something cool to put on your desk or on your shelf or in your stack or whatever. That's why you're buying poured silver. So I mean, if you can go and spend $300 on a wood carving. And I only say that because I do wood carving and I've sold carvings for 300 up to thousands of dollars, you know. So I mean, you know, it's the same thing except it's metal. And at the end of the day, it's still worth something because it is silver. You still got the cost of silver there, you know.
yeah. It's still
So,
got weight. Whatever the weight is, whatever silver is, that's what it's gonna be anyway. Still, you
right.
ain't gonna might not be the full amount you paid for it, but it's still gonna be worth something.
Well, exactly. Like and I mean, even making bars like this, I mean, like these were 3D printed, these molds, and I mean, the resin costs money, the screens for the printer cost money, the lasers, all that stuff, it all costs money, right? Like I just bought a 3D printer. I'm gonna start printing my own molds and stuff like that. But I mean, for the longest time, I was paying other people to make me molds, and I mean that tends to cost a lot. Like $50 a mold sometimes. So um, you know that's kind of why like you just gotta up your game. And that's the thing. Like with any kind of art, you start simple and then you just gradually work your way up. um like I mean, this simple pour here, I made this the other day. This is a IC chip from a computer, just something I was messing around with. But yeah, I mean that would be a simple pour. So you'd start off with something like that, and then you would gradually you know work your way up, right? And
Yeah,
you know that's with anything though. You can't
it
just
takes practice. Everything takes practice to get everything the way you want it. I've
yeah.
seen you pour 7, 8 times to finally get it to even come out.
Well,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
and then the people don't understand. Well, that's more time. Then you just pouring to get that one piece out.
Well, exactly. I mean, that's like my redneck edition bars. I mean, man, before I got that down pat and learned how to pour that piece, I mean, I was pouring 10, 15 of them and messing them up left, right, and center, until I got the venting down where I needed it and everything else. And that's what it is. Each and every mold is a learning process. You got different venting, you got different ways to cast it. You got different types of sand, you got different flasks. It's all a learning experience. Every piece you do, right? And then I mean you got your cleanup on top of that. Well, I mean you could pour a beautiful piece, but if you do your cleanup and your cleanup looks like crap, it's going to be crap no matter how awesome the bar looks. um but people don't see the behind.
Things.
Exactly. Like I mean, like I got some unclean pieces here, for instance. I mean, So like there's an unclean channel, but I mean that looks like crap, you know. I mean it's got flashing on the side, you know, it's got the heat burn on the back, you know, it's just, you know,
Just a
generic.
pour. It ain't never been nothing done to it.
Exactly. But then, you know, when you do the cleanup on it and it comes out like that, you know, it's 10 times better, you know. I mean, you know, then you got your antiquing, right? So,
Yeah.
you know, it's all in the cleanup work, you know, and that's what it comes down to, you know. Yeah, just like my chess set came clean. Exactly. You know, like my chess set. That was my biggest challenge. And
Hours. How many times you pour a pond at one time
oh
to
man,
get?
when I first started out that chess set, because I was so particular on how I wanted it to look and how I wanted it to be, every little pinpoint, you know, every little hole, every little, you know, imperfection, I remelted them until I got it perfect. Um, so like the first pond, I poured like 200 ponds in total, just to get, you know, 16 of them, right? So, you know, I
Yeah, I
mean,
know.
yeah, like it's crazy,
People don't realize how many times you had to pour that for that chess set to get
right?
them to
Yeah.
look the way you wanted it to look.
Well, exactly, right. And you know, I've had people, you know, send me emails about the chess set too, like, oh, you know, $3,500 is outrageous, blah blah blah. It's only a little over a kilo. Well, okay, but I also have 400 hours into that piece. You know what I mean? Like if you could stand here with me while I did that entire piece, yeah, you know, I mean, you would understand that, you know, and I mean the hours and cleanup and everything else, you know, like it's just, you know, people don't see that, so they don't understand. You could make all the videos you want in the world, but you ain't gonna video 400 hours just so people understand that, and nobody in their right mind is going to sit there and watch 400 hours of you filing. There's no
No,
way. I wouldn't even watch it, you know.
I wouldn't either. I watched you
Right.
too long before anyway.
Right.
Hey, Candy Hall.
Yeah.
Uh, with the silver stacking part right now, with silver as high as it is, premiums. What do you think? Should you be buying it or should you be buying gold? Or
Um,
what's your opinion?
my opinion, I mean, obviously because I pour, I'm always buying silver. But in my opinion, right now, the way the market's going, I mean, I personally, I would still buy silver, but I would change my ratio. So like when I first started stacking, I mean, silver was at like $16 an ounce US, and you know, obviously you're gonna buy more silver then. But you know, being that it's at 30 to $35 an ounce, you know, give or take what you're buying, you know, I would change my strategy a bit. You know, yeah, I'd still buy silver, but you know, I would also be putting majority of my money into gold. You know, I think it's always good to have silver on hand and buy silver. You know, I mean, you can use it for bartering. You can, you know, it's just something that's easier to liquidate, you know, than gold. You know, I mean, you can easily liquidate an ounce of silver for $30 than you can an ounce of gold for, you know, $2,000. You know, so in my opinion, it's always smart to buy silver regardless of the prices. But you know, obviously, when the prices are high, you know, put majority of it into the gold for sure. You know, um, but yeah.
And
But I
it's hard
mean,
to.
you know, I mean, I stack more than just three nines fine silver. I mean, you know, I stack sterling silver jewelry and stuff like that too, you know. I mean, and the way I see that is, you know, if people are out there buying mercury dimes and half dollars that are 90%, why wouldn't you stack 925 silver as well? I mean, it's the same thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's all the same.
Yeah. And silver is more of a, in my opinion, silver is a safety net, and that's why you're buying silver. So you have that safety net. If all of a sudden a bill comes out of nowhere that you got to pay, you can sell some silver and go and pay it, or, your truck breaks down, and you need a repair, but you got no cash on hand, you can go sell some silver, fix your truck, or, your fridge is empty, go sell a few ounces, fill your fridge up, what have you, right? Gold, on the other hand, that's more of a preserve your wealth kind of metal, right? I mean, you're buying gold to hold on to it long term, 10, 20 years till you retire, or, leave it to your kids, or what have you, and that's why I stack gold, is for when I'm done in this world, I know I have that to leave my children, um, to pay for, funeral, or buy a house, or whatever the case is, right?
Yeah. I've still been buying silver myself. I buy some stuff that's like if there's 2,000 of them made, I mean, you pay a lot more money for it, but later
Right,
on, it's an investment because there ain't many of them out there. So if somebody wants it, you will get paid enough money for it to get your
right.
money back anyway. Like when I buy silver art and pours, I just buy whatever I want, whatever I like.
Yeah.
It ain't just because it's silver.
Right, but like I tell everybody too, though, and I can't say this enough, is don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't go out and empty your bank account and your savings account and put all your money into silver and gold and stuff like that. You know, like, I mean, I got my silver stack, I got my gold stack. I mean, I have my fiat savings. I mean, I have money in stocks. I have money in crypto. Um, I also have money in residentials. Um, stuff like that, equities and stuff too, right? So, I mean, it's always good to have more than one thing to fall back on, and yeah, I mean, that's the smart way to do things, in my opinion. Um, because silver is like your go-to first, I mean, you would rather go and sell silver before you'd go sell the house, you know what I mean? I mean, you would rather, sell off silver than go empty a stock, or something like that, Um,
Yeah.
and that's my opinion.
Well, the
Yeah.
stock market, you can't never tell about it. One day it drops rock bottom, you lose a bunch of money. The next day it goes up, you gain a bunch of money.
Well,
It's a
exactly.
guessing game there, really.
It is. It's a very high risk, where precious metals, it's not so much a high risk, because silver and gold has been around for thousands and thousands of years, and so, I mean, it'll always be worth something. It'll always have a value. Where, like cryptocurrency, stock, stuff like that, like it's all digital. It hasn't been around that long. And same with fiat. It's backed by debt. you know so it's always good to have that precious metals on hand at all times.
Yeah, but just people don't need to go out and blow all their money. They got to have money to eat on, pay their bills. They got to realize some people don't. I
Well,
think
yeah,
some people goes out and blows all their money on silver and stuff, and then they
yeah,
ain't got money for their other stuff.
yeah, and I mean, when I first started stacking, I was like that. I went and emptied my savings, dumped it all into silver and gold, and then, the wife came to me. She's like, "Well, we got this bill in, we need to pay it," and I had to go sell some silver. And that's when I learned, that's when I kind of had the slap in the face, and so now I always make sure I have, like $1,000 or something or whatnot, in my safe at all times, that way if I do need it, it's there. I can use that before I sell my precious metals, right?
Yeah, heck, I broke my ankle last year. I thought, Lord have mercy. The
Yeah.
first doctor bill I got, I looked at the top of it and it said I had health insurance. And it said $299,000. I about fell over.
Yeah,
I went
medical bills.
down there to the bottom of it. At least it went down to like 1,100. I thought, oh Lord. So if a
Yeah,
man didn't have insurance or something, then he would have to get rid of everything he's got almost to pay just a doctor bill like that.
yeah. Oh, take care, America. Yeah, I mean, I was in that boat not too long ago. I had to basically sell my entire stack just to pay off medical bills and get out of that debt. And now that I've paid that off, I'm starting stacking pretty much from scratch now. And but it's a lot better to do that than have that debt hanging over your head.
I mean, I thought, Lord. I mean, like you live in Canada and everybody don't realize that you don't get free insurance because you ain't a citizen there.
Yeah.
And they think, well, you got free insurance and everything. But
Yeah, no, I'm not a citizen, so yeah, I have to pay for everything.
but what was your? Do you remember what your first pour was?
My very first pour was a little ingot. It was like this big, and it was graphite. And yeah, I ended up selling it to Scully's Corner. And I mean, I for the life of me, I can't understand why he bought it. I mean, I'll be honest. I'll be honest. It looked like shit. It really did. And I said to him, I says, dude, like, I don't even want to sell it to you because it looks like crap. I says, so I'll just give it to you if you really want it, and if you melt it down, I don't care, And so I sent it to him, and he sent me back one of his pours. And when I got one of his pours in return, I'm like, dude, like, that's not even a fair trade, like, you know what I mean? I send you basically shit, and you send me a TIE fighter, you know, like there's something wrong there, you know what I mean? And he's like, you know what? He's like, I always like getting people's first pours because, down the road, 3-4 years down the road, when you look back at their work, you can see how much they've progressed, you know.
Yeah.
And I get it. I get it, because I have some people's first pours. You know what I mean? I have one of the mud flap chicks that I bought from Full Push when he first started pouring, And I mean, you go back and look at them, yeah, they're cool little bars, but then you look at the stuff he's doing now, and it's like 100 times better. The finish on it is better. Just all around, and it's cool to see that progress.
Yeah, I've seen. Well, I've been around you a lot since you started pouring, and
Yeah.
seen you develop all through it. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been part of Redneck Metals as long as about anybody.
Yeah, you've been around. You've been around for years, man. That's for sure.
And
Since we started, pretty much.
but
Yeah.
what what was your first coin? You showed it to me, I think the other night or something.
Yeah.
But I don't remember what it was.
Yeah. So my very first coin that I ever bought, it's not even a coin, it's a round. It's my pocket piece. So this is it here. Um, and so this is the round from Silver Shield. And the reason why I bought this one is just because of the saying, too big to fail, you know, and that's kind of how I live my life, you know, is life is too big to fail, you know, so you just got to keep trying, you know, and, you know, overcome things that, you know, come into your path, right? So that's why I bought this coin, and that's why it was my pocket coin, because every time things got frustrating or, you know, I got angry or something like that, I put my hand in my pocket and I pull this out, and, you know, it just kind
Yeah.
of gave me that. It just kind of gave me that reminder just to keep going, you know. And yeah, I mean, so yeah, but that's my first piece that I ever bought, and yeah, my first trade was with the bear, and yeah, I mean, I sent him a 1 ounce round, and he sent me a 1 ounce venom bar that he made.
Yeah.
I think it's the only one he's ever made too. I mean, I still got it. I mean, yeah, I was pretty stoked about that trade. I was nervous as heck though. You know, I didn't know the guy from a hole in the ground, right? You know, and here I am sending him my silver, right?
Well, that's about like all of us when we first met on here. It's
Yeah,
like, do we trust you sending this much money somewhere or something else? Or you like a lot of trust in buying stuff on YouTube and places.
yeah, yeah. And now, I mean, I do trades all the time with people. You know, I mean,
Yeah, I
you
know.
know, I like trading for pours and you know and different kinds of like it's not just pours I'm into. Like, okay, for instance, I got this piece here hanging up. So this piece here was made by Manahuni's girlfriend. This is
That
three
looks
nines.
cool.
Yeah, this is 3/9 fine silver wire. She basically twists it all up and whatnot, and she put a dragon eye in there. And yeah, I mean this piece,
Good.
yeah, this piece is beautiful. Now, like the story behind this is it's basically supposed to fight. Um, it's like a guardian and the dragon's eye, and it's supposed to fight against all evil and stuff like that that comes into your life. So that's why I bought it, just because of the meaning behind it and the beauty behind it. You know, I mean, such a
Yeah.
intricate piece. You
That
know.
looks like high quality jewelry there that you'd find in a jewelry shop to buy.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Good.
100%.
She done.
Yeah, 100%. She does some amazing work, and I mean, you can go find her on Instagram. Um, you know, it's Design Arts. She does some beautiful work, and she's always doing new things, and you know, doing wire wrapping and stuff. You know, on crystals and stuff like that. Um, just amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Full push
I didn't
says gonna
know
make.
that they have put together. They do together. Her and Manahootie, really.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. They're a good pair. That's for sure. Yeah.
Has anybody else got any questions for Red?
What's up, Todd? How you doing? Yeah, if anybody's got any questions, feel free to ask. I mean, I'll pretty much answer anything.
How's your coin books going?
They're actually going pretty good. So, I mean, I got my full Merc album. You know, I'm working on my quarters and Morgans right now. But I mean, it's slowed down. Obviously, finances and stuff like that. You know, bills and stuff got to come first. But yeah.
Bigfoot says, Red, I've seen you donate and give away more than thousands of bucks.
Well, you know, I mean, money. How do I word this without sounding bad? But money is just a monetary thing, you know. It comes, it goes, you know. And but I mean, health and friendship and loyalty. I mean, that's something that is always there or should always be there, you know. So for me to donate a pour or something like that to you know help somebody pay their medical bills or pay their rent or what have you, you know, I mean it's worth it to me, you know. One, I mean it puts a smile on their face, and I guess in a way I'm greedy in that way, you know, because I'd rather see somebody smile than suffer, you know. And you know, I mean, if it's 1 ounce silver that I donate or a pour or something like that, then you know, and if it helps them, then great, you know. And I mean, for instance, as an example, like this auction coming up on March 7th on the Redneck Metals channel, um, you know, we have 2 items, um, 2 lots going up in this auction, and all the proceeds from both of them lots are going to be donated to Johnny Ray. All the money from that. So me and Bradley pulled together and made a piece. It's a 2-piece lot. And then Manahuni messaged me this morning, and he said, "Red, listen," he's like, "I made this awesome pour, and I want to donate it to help Johnny Ray. So put it in your auction." So we also have that as well. You know, and another reason why that man is just awesome all around. He's always looking to help people out too. So yeah, so make sure you guys come and check out the auction. Um, you know, and you know, even if you're not buying anything, you know, just come in, say hi, show your support. That'd mean a lot, you know.
I mean, this community helps each other a lot.
Yeah.
I was always raised, if I have it and somebody else needs it, I always just give it to them. That's just how I always was. I figured if I needed it, that it'd come back to me somehow or another, because you're helping somebody that's in need, that
Yeah.
you're going to get by anyway. I mean,
Well,
I give
exactly.
a stranger on the side of the road, I've give money to them before, and I know most times they're alcoholics or something, ain't going to really buy what they're going to say they are, but I
Yeah.
just feel sorry for them. And I mean, heck, if I was living on the street, I'd want somebody to give me a little bit of money. And
Yeah.
but that's just how we ought to be. Just come together and help each other out, and not try to rip people off and or nothing like that on here. I mean, just come to a
Yeah.
coin community, pouring community all together, and just have fun.
Exactly. Man, that's what it's about, right? I mean, you know, I mean, I've seen a lot of last little while, I've seen a lot of negativity, and I mean, there's really no need for it, you know. I mean, we're all here to have fun, and you know, I mean, if you can't get along with people, then just don't talk to them, you know, simple as that. Um, you know, but I mean, you know, but
We get on here to get away from reality and to have fun.
exactly,
We don't
exactly,
need more stress on here than we already got in our real lives.
exactly. So I see Todd and Full Push and Bigfoot talking about this fishing pole.
Yeah,
Um,
I got one.
yeah, I don't make those anymore.
He makes a limited edition. If you need one, he will make you one.
No, no, I will
Just
not.
contact Red.
Yeah, those were quite the challenge to do. Yeah, and very frustrating. Um, so yeah, I no longer have that mold, and even if I did, I probably would still say I don't have it. So yeah. Yeah,
That's true, Full Push. They make their own choices, but there's always somebody in need of something. I mean, in this world. I mean, if I was sick and couldn't do nothing and didn't have no money, I'd want somebody to help me out when I
exactly,
needed
exactly. You know, 100%. You know, like I mean, you know, like the first thing I've ever donated on YouTube um, was for a gentleman, Big Lori. I don't know if you guys know who Big Lori is, but he passed away about 5 years ago now. And I never knew the guy at the time. Never knew him. Never watched his videos. You know. But he's a gentleman from Scotland, and he passed away. And his family was trying to raise money to to pay for his funeral. And so, you know, me and Mike Sagan, he was pouring my channel bars at the time. We donated my prototype channel bar to that auction, and you know, and then I bought a bunch of pieces. Got in some bidding wars with quite a few people. Um, you know, I bought a little moose that Manahuni donated in there, and I think I paid like $400 for it, and it was only like an ounce of silver, right? But it was to help a good cause, you know,
Yeah.
and that's what it's about, you know what I mean? You know, but
I
yeah,
just
that's
like
what,
when Value Hunter helped Tomoko. That
yeah,
guy spent all kinds of money. Didn't care what it was, what the price was, just because it was for him. And like the cancer auction coming up, I mean, spend money on it and stuff, and help Ida out. She's got that
yeah.
quilt, that box, and everything.
Well, exactly, and that's the thing too. Like Ida is such an amazing lady, and I mean, you know, the things she gives to the community and helps so many people out, and you know, does the cancer auction and stuff like that. You know, she takes the time out of her day to make this beautiful quilt, and I mean, that's a lot of man hours that go into that. You know, so I mean, yeah, just awesome all around. But yeah, AZ Corners, how's it going?
Hey, AZ. Yeah, it is. I got the one last year.
Yeah, yeah, you did.
I, I wanted it, so I was going to bid it. It didn't matter how much it's going to be. I was going to get it. Bigfoot knows how I am. He always aggravates me when I'm bidding against him. Me and Red's about the same. If we see something we want, it's going to be hard for you to get it from us.
Yeah.
What? Just like he, full push asked, what was your hardest 40 you've ever poured? Can you remember? I know the fishing
Uh,
pole was hard, but I don't know if it was the hardest one you ever had to get to come out.
my hardest pour, hmm, it's a good question. Would probably be the Ace of Spades card that I did.
Yeah, you had to pour it a lot.
Yeah, I think I had to pour that about 40 times, just to get the venting proper and stuff like that, you know, because there was that divot in the middle. Um, you know, but yeah, that'd probably be my hardest one that I had to pour. Um, as far as detail goes, though, I'd probably say that fishing pole. Yeah, yeah.
I should have ordered 100 of them.
I'm glad you didn't. But yeah, yeah. But I mean, you know, I'm working on some newer pieces here coming up, and they are pretty intricate. And yeah, I mean they're pretty hard. So
Got
yeah.
any pieces you want to show off you been working on or anything?
Well, I mean, I just this stuff here is what I got done right now. Yeah, I mean, I got my little practice egg I've been working on,
Did you?
you know, just kind of messing around with, um, you know. But this is just a practice one. I am going to be making a different type here for the high rollers auction in the future. Um, you know, yeah. But now what you see here is pretty much what I have done and finished. Um, this was a 3-part cast. This piece,
Yeah.
came up 3 ounces. Um, I
Good.
really like the Egypt style stuff. I got a bunch more smaller Egypt molds I just got in today, so I am going to be doing some more Egypt stuff and that. I don't know. I just like the history behind it all. Um, yeah.
Yeah. I told him to pour Easter eggs, Bigfoot.
Say what?
He said Easter egg hunt. I said, yeah, I told him to pour some Easter eggs because Easter's
Yeah,
next month.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, all in time. All in time. I got some actually I got some Easter molds that came in today too, I believe, in that box. So, definitely gonna be pouring some cool stuff, that's for sure. But yeah.
What's your, do you think was your top selling pour?
So far my top selling pour is my Redneck Edition bar. Here, let me grab the prototype and show it off here. So this has been my top seller so far. Um, this one here. Um, I do have another bar coming out that's kind of like this, but a bit different. Um, and it should be coming out hopefully this year. Next few months, I'm hoping. Depends when it gets here though. But yeah, got some big ideas coming up, that's for sure. So yeah.
What was one of your favorite pours you've ever poured?
The favorite pour that I ever poured, well, that's easy. That chess
Chess
set.
set.
Yeah,
I figured that's what you'd say, the chess set.
yeah, yeah. That chess set was,
I didn't think you was ever going to get it done.
yeah, me neither, though, man. Me neither. I mean, there was so many times where, I didn't want to continue. I was just getting frustrated. And I'm so glad I did finish it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So.
So the auction Sunday at 5:30.
Yeah, so yeah, the Redneck Metals auction is on the Redneck Metals channel, March 7th, this Sunday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. And our newest prospect will be revealing him at the auction, and I believe he's got 1 or 2 pieces going up in auction as well. So make sure you guys are there so you guys can welcome our newest prospect in. And yeah, we're gonna have some great stuff coming up, that's for sure.
Yeah. There's a lot of auctions this weekend coming up. Next weekend, fundraiser
Mhm.
auction,
Yeah,
Ida's, and them's cancer auction.
yeah, yeah.
And
What's going on,
Miss
Alex?
Ida's still working on that quilt. That's the quilt I bought last year is amazing. And she said this one was going to be bigger, probably, and stuff. It's a lot of work. My grandma and my mom and my great great grandma used to make them all the time, and it took them months sometimes to make them the way they wanted them.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing easy about it.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. There's a lot of work that goes into any form of art. I mean, if it's doing clay models or sand casting or making quilts or anything, any form of art that you're doing from scratch, it definitely it takes time, you know, lots of hours, that's for sure.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So, how many members is in Redneck Metals right now?
Oh Lord. Well, I don't remember. But there's me, there's Brian, there's Twisted Art Racing, there's Full Push Metals, SHTF, John Wolf, Phoenix Fire Fine Arts, Bradley Height, um, our newest member, which is the Gold Spartan, um, and then the one that we're going to reveal on Sunday. And I believe I'm missing somebody. It's not coming to my brain right now.
BC Coins and Twisted R Racing.
Yeah, I already said Twisted R. Yeah, I think we got 12. I think we got 12.
Are you going to come out with some new shirts or anything?
So I'm in the works right now of working with Ida on making some redneck metal shirts and some other type of merchandise as well. That'll be coming out here in the future. Just working on designs right now, and yeah, I mean, so once those are made, yeah, keep an eye out for that. We will be selling some merchandise for anybody who would like to get one. Um, and yeah, they'll be getting shipped right from Ida. So
There's a lot of us got the first shirt you made.
yes, yeah. Unfortunately, I had to discontinue them because some people left the group.
Yeah.
But no, these next ones I think are going to be pretty awesome. Um, yeah, so and they can be made to order. So
Yes. Todd Scrapping.
Alexander Smith, who is Metals Mafia? Is that Red's website or is that the Ladies of Metal Pouring website? Metals Mafia is a whole nother group I used to be a part of. I'm no longer a part of anymore. Um, but yeah, so they're just another group. They were on YouTube. I don't think they are now. They're more on Instagram than anything.
Yeah. There's a lot of people on Instagram. Red's on Instagram. A lot of the
Yeah.
REM Metals is on Instagram.
So I'm actually on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I'm on YouTube, and I'm on Odyssey. Odyssey is another platform where you can watch my videos and stuff too. Um, so yeah, you can find me on any of them. And I believe I am going to be looking into going on to TikTok.
Yeah, I'm on TikTok already.
Yeah, yeah,
There's a lot of fundraisers on there that people just give money.
yeah,
They give money to this heart, something about for Heart Association. They raised
yeah.
over $100,000 on there.
Wow. Yeah,
I mean, I thought, wow. I said that's a lot of generosity and stuff, people on there, and it's a good platform too to get on and show off your stuff.
yeah. All right, Todd. Take care, buddy.
You're in another group too on Facebook.
Yeah, yeah. So Instagram and Facebook, I am connected with the Spartan Army, and that was a group that Gold Spartan started. We do that on Instagram and Facebook. So you guys can look us up on there. And then I have my separate Facebook, which is just Redneck Stacker as well. But yeah, a lot of great pourers in that group. So yeah, definitely check their stuff out too.
Are you gonna pour any gold pours?
So I am working. Right now, I'm trying to save up enough gold, um, and I am going to be getting something together that's gold for the High Rollers auction. It'll be my very first gold pour.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Are you coming out with a set of REM Metals Are RM Metals coming out with their set of bars this year? Or
Yeah. So we've already actually released our channel bars this year. Um, so you have to get a hold of each individual pour to get them bars. So I mean, for instance, this is my bar this year. Um, my channel bar. It's 3.2 ounces. And then I also pour the actual Redneck Metals channel bar as well, which is 3.4 ounces. And then I also do Todd Miller's and Twisted R Racings right now as well. So yeah. But I mean, you guys can get full pushes, scrappings, anybody in the groups. You just got to get a hold of them pours individually. And yeah, you can get their bars. So,
it'd be a good collection for somebody if they wanted it.
oh yeah, it'd be a great collection. Yeah. I mean, I got the full collection myself, but
Well, you poured all of them first.
well, yeah,
To make
exactly.
sure they'd all pour right.
Exactly. I had to make sure the molds are good. So, yeah. It's kind of like Pokemon cards, you just got to collect them all.
Yeah. I don't know nothing about Pokemon. No. If
Right?
it's baseball, football, or basketball cards, used to I did.
Right? It's like, what's in your stack,
I've got stacks of ball cards and stuff. I've got some ball cards that's in my mom's safe. That's thousands. Some of them's $1,000 cards. It's Peyton Manning autographed and people autographed and when I've seen them at football games and stuff, and got it authorized. Had to take pictures and stuff to make sure you get it authorized that it really counts as an autograph.
Right?
They don't think all things is fake.
Right.
But I like collecting silver. I love collecting silver pours too.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I'm gonna be working on.
Watching you.
Say what?
I love watching you pour.
Yeah, it's pretty amusing, that's for sure. I mean, I'm glad I picked up this hobby, and um, it lets me channel a lot of my feelings into my pieces for sure. I'm gonna be working on a big pour here in the upcoming future here. It's gonna be a big one, but it's gonna be cool nonetheless. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing a series of videos on that. And I'm gonna start changing around my channel a bit. I'm going to start doing some how-to videos and stuff like that as well. I will be doing in April an interview myself with Manahuni Stacker. So, guys, keep an eye out for that as well. He's a legend when it comes to pouring silver. So make sure you guys check that out as well. But yeah.
I'm going to try to interview all the Redneck Metals group.
Right.
Might try to get another one this Thursday, next Tuesday, or something, and let you meet all of them and know who all they are and know what they pour and stuff like that.
Yeah, man. We should get full push up here next.
Full push next.
Yeah.
I'll discuss it with him tonight. We can.
Yeah.
When he's free.
Yeah.
But we've been on over an hour and 14 minutes, and I'm out of questions. Has any of you all got any questions?
Any questions for the chat? If not, we're gonna call it a stream. And yeah.
Thanks for everybody coming, and we appreciate it. Red appreciates it. Make sure you go buy something from him. I mean, he does amazing stuff, and all the others in Redneck Metals does. There's a lot of different pouring groups. Does a lot of pours. Get some from them too.
100%.
Remember the auction Sunday, 5:30 p.m.
hold on. Terry said to register for the upcoming auction, send info to the email address on the screen, correct? Yeah, so the email address you see on the screen, redneckmetals2019 @gmail.com. Send an email there with your YouTube channel name and your shipping information, and yeah, then you'll be automatically registered to bid. And we only ask to do that that way, you know, if we need to get a hold of you, we can, or what have you. So, yeah.
And they'll have your information, so the next time you want to give it to them.
Right, exactly. So, cool. Awesome.
Well, if anybody else ain't got no questions, me and Red's go head out, and
I
we'll see you
appreciate
later.
Yeah, I appreciate everybody coming, and you know, thanks everybody, and hopefully you guys all have a good day, and don't forget to check out the auction this Sunday, guys.
And don't forget the cancer auction next Saturday. Not this Saturday, but the next.
Sure.
And everybody, have a great day. God bless you.
Take care.